This is Cruising the Internet. We are in the second hour of Spice Drive. And I'm your local energy provider, Otada the Beach. You can follow me on the handle at Kev Matara at SpiceFM. You can react to some of these conversations that we're having right now. And basically, the top stories in the country. And there's another one, Manze. There's another crazy story that got my attention. Still about this whole Maneno for cops, right? So, a suspected... now, there's footage, actually, that's been trending. They're talking about a suspected police officer was arrested by civilian protesters yesterday around City Mortuary. Remember, there was a crazy demo over there. You know, it's this situation for Albert Ojwang, who was murdered at Central Police Station. Now, this cop who was quote-unquote arrested by civilian protesters, like I said, it happened around the City Mortuary. He was arrested for being in plain clothes and recording those protesting against the killing of Albert Ojwang. You guys, I checked the footage. It was shocking. Literally, you guys, it was almost turning out to be like a mob situation. Guys were like, "Atimbono na record watu, tell us what's your number? Where are you from? Where are you stationed? Tuambie station yako." Did all the things, and then the cop was looking so helpless, and his tree was in civilian. But now the part that stood out for me is like, there's a guy who was holding him. Holding the cop by his shoulders, and he was saying, "Ati, apologize to protesters over here, ama tutakuachilia." Right, so he was forced to apologize, and he also confirmed that he's actually a police officer. Now you see where I'm going with this conversation. This whole mistrust thing is getting out of hand, right? Don't even get me started about how Kenyans usually call out officers, actually busting police officers engaging in corruption. Mara, you're finding some cop somewhere in the thicket, you get drunk and disorderly. I'm a blackout over there, right? Yeah, some other guy was busted stealing, right? You guys, it's gotten to a point where if a cop actually legit arrests somebody who's engaging in crime, yeah, Kenyans are actually gonna back that guy. Just for the sake. Unanishika kwa nini? Let me go. And before you know it, you get this whole crowd. Now the cop is supposed to achilia this guy. Right? We're becoming like a rogue state, bana. Right? Because we definitely understand the importance of, our police officers. They're playing a very major role when it comes to, the safety of Kenyan people. Yes, and they work really hard. It's not easy. But all these little elements, all these small, I don't want to say small. Yeah. The rogue officers who mess up the reputation of the police officers are the ones who are just, creating this crazy scenario, this situation that we're in. Yeah. So me, I would just urge guys to just just be cool. Of course, if you spot anything crazy, you got to report. But it's bothering me that at a time when obviously Kenyans have this revolutionary mindset going on, the police officers, instead of even them just being woke and doing the right thing, some of them are, just messing this thing up, right? Why, like I asked you in the previous link, why is it so hard for guys to just act civil? And by the way, this thing is not even just about cops. I'm going to call out folks in the public service. You've been given a legit job to do. You're a doctor somewhere. You're thinking of just, neglecting your patients, right? A message of, asking for some cash. Kitu kidogo. Why? Whatever happened to nationhood in this country? Whatever happened to, just being a patriot, doing what's right? If somebody has done something wrong, so let them be charged legit and follow due process. Why does it have to end up being like a murder situation? Even for this story for Albert. Kwani, what wrong did he do? Just because he had a differing opinion, just because he critiqued somebody on his social media, really, did he deserve to die? Yeah, it's crazy. You get Packer these days, some of us guys who are like, obviously very masculine, this whole gym thing, yeah, if you're looking some type of way out there and then you're arrested, yeah, what's going on in your mind? Exactly. You think you're probably never gonna go back home. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's why sometimes by there, I don't even like it when people ridicule guys like Boniface Mwangi, because they're doing something important. Sometimes demos, protests is all we're left with. Otherwise, who's going to hear the cries of Kenyans out there who are suffering? People who don't have they don't have an important somebody. They don't know somebody important to fight for their rights. People who are living in in poverty. Yeah, you have to support. Sometimes you have to support what these activists do, because if not them, can you imagine the situation most of us would have been in if it's not for these guys, right? So you got to pray for this country. Yeah, but at the same time, guys, raise your voices, call out injustice. Even if it means online activism, you do what you have to do. You have to call out injustice. Yeah, you cannot let it slide. Yeah, this story for Albert has really pained me, man. Yeah, dark times we're living in, eh? All right, so it's 4:34. Let's keep it moving. 112 featuring G-Dep and Shine with It's Over Now. It's the remix.
You are tuned in to Nairobi's #1 soul station, Spice FM.